Hello everyone, welcome to this video tutorial on how to get started with Syncfusion's Flutter radial gauge. Today I'm going to teach you how to add a simple radial gauge to your Flutter application, and we can see how to add an axis, add needle pointers, and enable the animation for the pointer. We can also customize the ranges for the axis, and we can also see how to add an annotation to represent the needle pointer value. Before moving further, I like to point out the supported platforms, and right now we support Android and iOS. For Android, the device type we support are phone and tablet, and the supported version is from API level 16 and later. For iOS, we support iPhone, iPod, and iPad, and the supported version is from iOS 8 and later. The minimum Flutter SDK version required to render the Syncfusion radial gauges version 1.7.8, and you can always look into our help.syncfusion.com for the getting started documentations. Also, the entire package is available in pub.dev. So let's see how to create a simple radial gauge like this one. I'm using the Visual Studio Code, and I have already installed the Dart and Flutter extensions. So I can open the command palette, type Flutter new project, name the project, choose the folder where you want to place your project. As you can see, a simple Hello World program is getting downloaded from the pub. Since the Syncfusion Gauge package is available in pub, go to pubspec.yaml. Under dependencies, you have to set the dependency like Syncfusion underscore flutter underscore gauges, and you have to name the version. I'm going to save it, and you can see the packages are getting downloaded from the pub.dev. Once the packages are downloaded, move to main.dot file, import the Syncfusion Gauge packages. Now you can move on to the home page. This is a simple Hello World program, so I'm going to remove the already available text and the already available buttons there. Now I'm just going to add the SF radial gauge. I'm just going to initialize it, save it. Now going to run this. There you go. Now you can see a simple radial gauge has been rendered with a predefined axis ranging from 0 to 100. Now let us see how to customize this axis. You can set the axis property, which is of type radial axis collection. I'm going to provide the minimum value as 0 and the maximum value as 150. And I'm also going to set the interval as 10. I'm going to save it. Since you have hot reload available in Flutter, you can see the output then and there. Next, I'm going to set the range for this axis. You can add any number of ranges to the axis, and you can customize each range with different colors. So I am going to set the ranges, which is of type gauge ranges. So I'm going to set the start value as 0, end value as 50, and I'm going to set the color for the first range as green. I'm going to save it. You can see that the range from 0 to 50 is colored in green. To save time, I'm just going to copy paste this. and I'm going to set this from 50 to 100, and the color I'm going to represent as orange, and the next range is from 100 to 150, and the range I'm going to use is red. I'm just going to save this. There you go. Now the access ranges are customized based on the provided value. Now let us see how to add a pointer to the gauge. Set the property pointers, which is a collection of gauge pointer. Inside this collection, you can add any number of needle pointer. For now, I'm going to add only one needle pointer, and I'm going to set the value as 90, and I'm going to animate this pointer as well. So I'm going to enable the animation and set it to true. So I'm just going to restart the application so that you can see the animation of this needle pointer. There you go. Now the needle pointer is animated from 0 to 90. Now let us see how to add an annotation to the gauge. You can set the property annotations, which is a gauge annotation collection. You can add any number of annotation inside a gauge. For this demo, I'm just going to add a single annotation, which is gauge annotation. And you have a property called widget. In this property, you can give any UI widgets you like. I'm just going to give a text widget, and I'm just going to represent the data as 90, which is the value that is shown in the needle pointer. And I'm going to provide the style for the text. I'm just going to set the color and font weight as bold. I'm just going to save this. There you go. You can see a value 90.0 is shown at the center of the gauge. Now I want to move this widget to my desired location on the gauge. So this can be done using the position factor. The position factor is ranging from 0 to 1, and it represents the radius of the radial gauge. I'm just going to set it as 0.5. I'm going to save it. So there you go. You can see that the 90 has been placed at the position factor of 0.5. Now I can also place this using the angle property. I'm going to keep it as 90, and I'm going to save it. So there you go. Now you can see that the annotation has been positioned based on the angle and the position factor. So let me summarize what we have learned today. We have learned how to add a simple radial gauge into your Flutter application. We have seen how to add an axis. We have also learned how to add a needle pointer and enable animation to it. And we also saw how to add ranges and how to customize each ranges with different colors. And we also saw how to add annotation and how to position those annotations. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you want more video tutorials like this, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.